Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Liberty Diaries, the show where we just we drag, we laugh, we have fun, we argue, we disagree on every single topic from feminism to football to school to love to relationships, every single hot gist in Nigeria and in the world today. That is what we're here to deliver to you. And this is another beautiful episode of Liberty Diaries with your delightful host. My name is Delight, and today we are going to be talking about politics on campus. Drum roll, guys, help me out here now. Don't bother, please, don't bother. So I have three amazing guys with me, three wonderful, politically affiliated human beings here. So they are going to be introducing themselves. So let's start with you. I'm not telling this first, but sorry. Let's start with you.
Everyone got carried around Korean mass in Nigeria one. And once associate director, president, Direction of Nigeria, director of program policies and projects.
Somebody say power.
Well, I'm Shila Figo. I am as you all know, a final year law student of Washington State University.
Why you advertising?
I am.
Why you advertising?
I don't.
My school didn't pay me to advertise for them.
I don't hold any posts. I'm just God most loved son.
I am Senator Ibrahim,
Hey, say power, power, power.
popularly known as Jagaban. And I take pride as being the only person who has never lost in any election in this.
Wow.
You are the hottest and freshest money in town. Get off my shoulder, Lazarus.
You know, I like when it's heading to purpose. You have never lost any election. Why do you think that is?
Well, I can say strategy. Being a good strategist. I don't go into elections where I know I'm going to lose. And interestingly, I participated in all elections. All. From my 100 level to 500 level.
How does that work?
It works. Yes, I participated in everything, directly or indirectly. If I'm not on the ballots, I'm out there supporting somebody.
Wow. And none of the candidates have lost
It has never happened.
by strategy.
By strategy.
Do
You have to be a
do
good
you think it's about
strategist.
by strategy?
You know, politics is not just strategy, bro. Yeah, we say strategy. Since that's what works for him, or if you think that's what works for him.
If you think that's what works for you, do you think are you just thinking that's what works for you, or do you know that that's what works for you?
Well, it's tested and proven multiple times. It is something I've tested multiple times, and it has worked over and over, and it's still going to work if we put it into test today.
Today.
So I'll say because I'm a very good strategist, a very good political strategist. That's just it.
What about you? How many elections have you lost?
I don't lost in any election
At all.
at all.
By what strategy?
It's not by strategy anyway. I believe that it depends on politics. It's very wide, and the different modalities of politics. Like he said, I never lost in any election. That is, it is speaking on the past, the present. We don't know the future yet.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
You don't know the future. Of course, you don't know the future.
Yeah.
Favor, says that he's not a politician. Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep repeating it in our ear that you're not a politician?
Well, you are the host, and I don't want to pick up your job. But like, first of all, who is a politician? Answer me, then I'll give you an answer. Who do you think is a politician?
Someone who actively participates in politics by taking up roles, elections, all of those things.
Exactly. Going by your definition, I'm not a politician. I just have politician friends, so I know when they say something. If all of them are politicians, they will automatically tell me I'm a politician. So I think
But
that's
you have views on politics, yes or yes?
you have views on politics.
You cannot say you don't have views on politics.
I have views on a whole lot of things, so it's not just politics. So yeah,
But you have views on politics, yes or yes? Don't try to avoid the question.
I have views on a whole lot of things. So when you try to streamline this down to politics, it takes I don't know how to put it. There's no specific. I have views on a lot of things. So
Really politics. Okay, so I want to ask this question, and I want you guys to give me a very honest answer and a very broad answer in the sense of the term. Who do you think a leader is? As it relates to this campus, who should a leader be like? What should a leader embody?
Well, Leader to me is subjective. Yes, because the word leader, everyone uses word leader now. You see this one is a leader, or you see that one is a leader, or you see this one is a leader. But to me, a leader is somebody that is able to influence another person in a positive way. I will I will just make it in terms of politics. A leader is somebody that you can run to when election time comes. That you know that yes, when you're under this person's shadow, you are definitely going to win. That is a leader for me. You cannot be a leader without having what you are contributing to that person's life positively, academically, politically, and advice and in every way. So you know these days when you go around, when you walk, you see this person, hey, say leader. But in this school, currently on campus, if I'm going to list leaders, I don't think they're up to 10. And if I'm going to look at it, we're going to like take it from my class because 500 level is the highest authority in the school. So if we have to look at it in 500 level, and we are going to say leaders on campus, they are not up to 10. They are not up to 10. Yeah.
So according to you, when it comes to all of these positions,
Yes.
the people that are in power,
Yes.
a large percent of them are not exactly leaders.
Are not exactly.
They
You
are
can
not leaders.
when you are in power, you are not a leader, you are a servant. You are serving.
And
There's
they're
a
not
difference.
embodying that definition. They're
You
not
have to serve. If when you are in power, let me tell you something. If you are in power, you are not a leader. If you are leading because you are in power, you are a dictator. That they are different. So a leader is a servant. It is when you are no longer there, what you can influence, how you can be able to provide guidance, what you left behind when you are in power. Like when I was really, I introduced diesel learning the law. So when you look back to when you look back now, liberty academic terrain, you see learning the law. That means now that I'm no longer there, you cannot call me a leader because my influence, my legacy is still there. So it is after your administration that we can know maybe you are a leader or you are not a leader. So while leading, you are a servant, you are not a leader.
I believe that a leader is someone who has vision and an idea. And try to say, I have a kind of decent safety from what you said because I believe that in so many capacities on this campus, there has been many people that one way or another they have vision. If the administrators of Liberty Chamber, if they don't have vision, are not going to be here today. And like you said, for you to determine whether or not someone is a leader. For me, I believe that leadership is commitment to service. And was it around April? I brought so many people together, and that's why I don't believe that leadership is tied to whether or not it is I became the stage director of Los Angeles OPP when I was in 200 level. And I want to see like in so many capacities, many of us have been leading because we are committed to we have visions, we have ideas. And I believe that leadership is all about teamwork. When you're able to like bring different people together and you don't have to and as a leader, you have to be a ladder.
clock it.
Let them what sense.
Did you get that?
I've met so many people on this campus, even the likes of him. Like he said he's not a politician, and that's where the question comes in. If you're not a politician, then you must be a leader because he has been the law himself he has partaken in so many elections,
Deal.
whether directly or indirectly, and like the popular saying goes, only the empty barrel make noise. And that's why. And another feature of a leader is humility. And what we have seen today, like the display that. So, like, you also say that leadership leadership, when you're a leader, you're a servant.
What's your take? I mean, wait. Now, your own take should be in view of this campus, with the way leadership. I mean, you've been on this campus for like 5 years, I mean 4 plus years. And the way the leadership report has been going on this campus, people in positions, do you think leadership should have been done in a better way, or we're still getting there, or some people are doing it the wrong way, or they should? What do you think?
Well, I don't know the extent to which this podcast is going to go, but if we start talking about leadership,
Oh my God.
um, I want to graduate, so let me keep quiet.
I don't want trouble.
You can grab the
That's one. Wait, no, I'm still getting there.
Okay.
Nowadays, a 200 level boy or a 300 level boy or 100 level boy will just come out and you go for election and then you start saying, leader, my chicken. I feel like we have lost what the word actually envisions or conveys. Like you already said, a leader is someone you can always run to in times of need. You need anything. Leader is someone that you basically go to for guidance. And this is why they are called leaders, that is because they've led. They've done it before. They've walked the path. So that's why they are called leaders. But nowadays we just have someone will just come out for election and is, even if you won, you know, it's already a leader to people that are coming. So basically I just think a leader is someone that you want to for guidance.
Can I correct an impression?
Correct, please.
I From what Dumnaya said, I think he got one of my points wrong. He said there was a part where he said um everyone serving in a capacity is a leader. Now let me make it clear. From what Favor said, it is part of, it has a little bit of my points in them. In that you cannot call everybody that is serving in a position of authority a leader, because there are some people that have said, I'm not going to mention it, but we know people that have said in even in the highest seat in this school, and they did it very bad. That they did very badly. Are we going to call them leader simply because they said? No. A leader is somebody that has left behind a lasting legacy and impact. While you are still there, we don't know what you are going to do. We don't know what you will do. We don't know what is going to be the end of you. You might start very well and end up very badly. We cannot call you a leader. So according to what people said, I think that was what I wanted to say the other time, but I didn't convey it very well. Is that when you go out today, a 200 level boy, a 300 level boy that has contested in the election and lost, you will see them start shouting, oh, leader, leader. Being on the ballot, winning or losing, doesn't make you a leader. It is your experience. It is what you are able to profile. It is what you are able to bring. Like, let me give you an example. At the election I produced my friend, that's President Elias. We introduced a new code to the dimension of campaign in this school. Now, added being that he lost, what we introduced, the legacy we leave behind, the issue-based campaign that we did, has already given, it has given him something, it has given him a leverage to be looked up to as a leader. When you look at campaigns now, look at the way, the manner, the structure, the way people go about it, you see that they are mirroring something what Elias introduced. You can call him a leader, but somebody that just came out, dropped one or two flyers, contested, won or lost, you start shouting leader, leader. Before you can call yourself a leader, you have to ask yourself, what is the impact, what legacy are they looking? For me, the reason why I address myself or I call myself a leader is because when you look at me, from 100 level to 500 level, never lost in an election, nobody has done it. Why? Because I have something that I introduce every year. I have what people look toward in this course. When they see me, oh, Jagaban is out campaigning for somebody, something is going to come up again. That's why I'm a leader. Currently, like I said, if you are going to call leader, you have to look at 500 level, because 500 level is the highest authority in the school. They are like the face of the school. If you want to say anything, you look to 500, you look toward 500 level. And now, we are going to divine leader, we are going to start picking leader. You have to look at 500 level. Now, in 500 level today, the numbers of leader that are in that class, like the numbers of leader, if you are going to like a proper leader, somebody that is bringing, somebody that has made an impact, they are not up to 10. It is not about holding posts. Yes. It is about your impact. So people that have served in different capacities, well, okay, when you look at the likes of Elias, Lloyd, Mohammed, even Favour himself that is sitting, Mohammed, Emmanuel, Obafemi, me, and few other, I can't remember the names, but if you have to give me a list, I say, pick the leaders here. They are not up to 10. Oh, my class rep to Francis is a leader. Yeah, he's a leader. But if you have to the rest, you say, okay, this one is not a leader now. You just see them start shouting, leader, leader, leader.
Well, I want to chip in something, social. I feel like I agree with everything he has said, but I feel like you can be in 300 level and be a leader. See, there's some people that they don't do anything, but like the impact they have on students, it is felt, you can feel it. Even when they are not talking, even when they are not, when they enter a room, everybody wants to know, what do you think? What can we do? So I feel like for you to be a leader, you must have influenced something in the school one way or the other. Or you must have influenced even people around you one way or the other. You must be known for something. So you can like last year now or earlier this year when we wanted to do student union
Election.
election, Comrade Bolu, our leader, he
Yeah,
called
our leader.
he called he called a stakeholder meeting, and then when he got to the stakeholder meeting, the first thing he said is that not everybody here is a stakeholder. That's the first thing he said. He said for you to be called a stakeholder, you must be able to influence one, two, three, four, five people. So if you cannot influence anybody, you don't have any form of impact or influence, why are you a leader? So I feel like for you to be a leader, you have to be able to influence. So that's it.
Now, speaking of influence, let me tell you guys an experience I had in 100 level. I will never forget it because I was very influential. In 100 level, the election, I think that was so 100 level second semester, the election between who was it?
Adija Mofa.
Yes, so somebody, the 100 level came to meet me. This person was all talk, this person intimidated me. I mean, when I think back on that time, I was like so intimidated. The hell with you. Well, I was really intimidated, right? This person, he didn't threaten me per se, but the things he said were like, they set their eyes on you, they are coming for you, blah 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 blah, all of those stuff. And the truth is, not once, not twice, I have heard of things like this. People threatening other people that if you don't vote for this person, this will happen to you. And it happens a lot in this school. It is crazy. It is putting fear in people's heart, intimidation. Like me now, it intimidated me, but funny enough, I still got that person I wanted to vote for. Nothing they won't do. Secret ballot. And even if you were it doesn't matter.
Sure,
But
sure.
regardless, right, the fact that there was intimidation that time and there is still intimidation now, there is a serious problem somewhere. So my question now is
Okay, so your question.
no, what do you want to say?
Only thing that if you're talking about intimidation and all of that, I feel like Jagaban would be able to
So
touch on that. So before it starts vibrating, I just want to say one or two about intimidation. See, like I said, I'm not a politician, but of course I can't deny the fact that I have politician friends.
yes.
I mean, I live in the same house with politicians, so somehow, there's sometimes that they will bring up certain issues that this person is already doing this. So me, I'll be like, they just leave the person alone now. That Safet Parawan, they'll be like, no, give up. They are politicians. So somehow, the politics mindset just goes on change. So at least when I'm talking on experience and all of that, we're talking about intimidation in the school. I don't believe that there is intimidation in the school.
Yeah,
Well,
I have to come
if
to
you have,
here.
you have
I
not
have to come
experienced it,
here.
you
No,
cannot believe it.
I want to bring out the point.
Okay.
When I say intimidation, during that time, these so-called people now, they are our seniors. I don't want to talk too much about or to drag our senior colleagues into school,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But like, yes, there was intimidation that time, and that's why we voted for Elias. And I feel like when Elias entered, the whole intimidation thing was no longer, because now why do you think there's intimidation is that we have too many propagandas going around. So and I used to say something, info like info. Majority of people don't have information, and we are currently in a school where everybody embraces misinformation rather than information.
yes.
Delight, as we're living here like this, if someone tells you now that ah I'm just trying to make it an example. If someone tells you now that people assaulted a girl, like I want to bring in the context to it. So someone tells you now that okay, let's say in the politics, whatever. If someone tells you now that people want to chase one 100 level student that if it doesn't vote for you, can you go before you know propaganda. Whereas I've gone to meet the 100 level student that vote for this person or this is right, if you vote for this person or this is right. So but nobody tries to clarify what actually happened. Everybody just picks up that as long as that propaganda can fuel your
For your
agenda,
agenda, I understand that.
they'll skyrocket
Like,
it. So it's someone like is close to you, people that are close to you that will be like, you cannot do that kind of
when
thing
it,
now.
sorry, just when it comes to this propaganda of the thing, I think I understand where people is going. But let me give you a practical example that happened to me. There was it was around March this year, if I can remember. I was sleeping at home. So I saw my phone buzzing, pa, 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 missed calls, what's going on? I just came online to see somebody has posted something on WhatsApp that I wrote a list of people that are going to contest for president to PRO. I was not even infected. That was the craziest part. I was in a bed. I was very sick that time. It was fasting time. Me that was treating, I was sick. I could not even fast. So how am I supposed to sit down and write the list of people that will contest for president to AGS? They are dissenting. There was like dissenting opinion. Some were telling me that they are disappointed. Some were saying that you can't do it. While some were like they are indifferent. So agenda in this school, it depends on something. It's depend on what they are saying about you. Like now, those that fueled that brought out that nonsense. It's actually it's a step toward achieving their goal. That okay, somebody's writing the list for president for AGS. Why I was at home? So in this school, I think it's not about when they hear agenda. It is not about brain. It is about if it follows their emotion. If it appeal to their emotion. It is not about brain. Because that time I did not even want to make a disclaimer. I didn't want to write a disclaimer because I felt that how would somebody just see one person wrote the list president to AGS? Is that even correct logically? So when I started checking people's status, we are disappointed. Oh, what you vote against? Oh, why you did this? So I had to like omo and people yìí bàbá yẹn jẹ́ otí mi ò bá sọ̀rọ̀. So I had to just come outside and say So after I made the disclaimer, I presented my part. That was what started changing some people's mind. That omo it's true. It's not possible to write this from president to AGS. It will surely contradict. Do you understand? That's crazy, very crazy.
So I want you to talk about intimidation. I don't want to believe you've ever been
No, of course I have to like
Let him.
here, right? Because one way or that I've been a victim.
You've been
I've been a
evicted.
victim
They've intimidated you.
of
Who
course, like,
intimidated you?
but
Can you mention their names?
no, this is not good for
Sorry.
a public discourse. Like
Are you sure you cannot mention their names?
no, I can't.
So we'll go and catch them.
No.
They have my chip number.
Of course they do. Of
Oh
course,
my,
like
they're
they
pretty
are
good.
there. No,
Oh,
some of them are already, But what I believe is, we cannot talk of intimidation when you don't go to the root of the cause itself. And I think already, I'm on that propaganda. And like when I was in my underlevel days, I was intimidated. I was threatened.
my
Let
brother
me put
in
it that way.
intimidation. I think
When I talk of academic intimidation, spiritual intimidation.
they reach spiritual thing.
God have mercy upon us.
People they do.
On top this NSS president,
On top, yes, I believe that you are privy to that, to that scenario. I was intimidated many times. But like what I believe in is on this campus now, I think the perspective have changed.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, the perspective, right, it has changed. And it depends on the people that in that particular position. Even it is not only the intimidation is not tied to to particular place alone. Even we did outside politics and even the current ongoing saga in Lausanne, there's a lot of intimidation. It's aware.
Lausanne.
Well,
I heard that you guys have
intimidation.
two presidents.
We have
We
just
have
a
no
president.
president, of course.
Yeah,
The other
Bashir.
guy, the
One.
We have just a president, and
Aderoju Bashiru.
Bashir. He's from this school. He's a 400 level student from this school. Yes. So
Who is not the second person?
we don't have a second
It's just a
president.
noise maker
It's
anyway.
just
Because I believe that he's the first elected South zonal director of DOPP.
Okay.
let me tell you something.
I'm going to bring that to
Okay.
someone like Bash now is a leader because he's putting our school on the map.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Bash.
Osun State University now has a Lausanne president. No, you used to have a Lausanne president. Number one,
And this is the first of its
the
kind.
administration of Nigeria. That kind of person is a leader because why? Even after he has gone, he will be remembered for being the first Lausanne president. And it's also my other leader, comrade Adigun Amidat, is also a leader. First female student senior president. So these are people that you can feel their impact even after they left. Those are leaders.
When it comes to the issue of having two presidents, maybe due to my experience in elections, there are people that we call them bad loser. When you lose in election, you have to just accept. So a bad loser is somebody that will start saying that I won, I did this, I did it. we have just a president. The other person is a bad loser. So now back to your question, intimidation. If I'm to write a book about my sojourn in student politics, intimidation will take 2 chapters.
Wow. You
You
have
know,
a lot of
you
experience.
know, when you look at the root cause, or nicknames sometimes has reasons. So when people started calling me Jagaban, Jagaban, Jagaban,
No,
I had to look at,
I started calling you Jagaban.
like, it was not really that. But when Jagaban, Jagaban, I had to like, okay, what am I doing exactly that's making them call me Jagaban, Jagaban, Jagaban? So somebody that is able to rise above intimidation, blackmail, threats, and every other thing.
Hmm.
If I want to write
Our leader.
on intimidation,
And let's dash also. Those are one of the traits that makes something that.
I think
Come
I'm
on,
also a leader. I've been intimidated, guys.
yes, like
I think only
intimidation.
one I like
When they say
relates.
when they say intimidation, it is that time that you know whether you are a man or you are not a man. When they say intimidation, they will call you and sit you down and tell you that this thing that you want to do. Has anybody wait, I'm not trying to downplay the fact that you were intimidated and he as well. But has anyone ever tell you that
That
that you want to put another person's problem on your head and you want to hold your own? Has anyone ever told you that? They have me like this, they called me and they said, yes, when I was in 300 levels, then that was when I faced the mother of all intimidation. When they say mother of all intimidation, see that level of intimidation, if you survive it, you don't have to worry about anything again.
To be fair, there was not.
Let me tell you something.
I took this video.
Now I was crying that day. I was a 300 level then, a 300 level student. Imagine people that have graduated when you were in 100 level. People that graduated 2 years, well, still calling you and telling you that one over that school. They say you are disturbing the school, that you want to burn the school down. I said, I'm not burning the school. My friend is contesting for president, and I have to support him. You have to support him. Yes. Is that was that what happened? That was when I started understanding that you might not even offend somebody, and they'll create a scenario to make it look like they offend them, so that when they want to inflict punishment on you, they'll be lying that it is that thing that you did, whereas there is an underlying issue behind it, that they will create an agenda for you like this. You walk into that agenda, when you are inside that agenda, you see the one that they wanted to punish you for, then they will start at this job. So I have to mention 2 names. I'm sorry.
please do.
They are the people that saved me from intimidation that time.
I wanted to mention
No. It's a thing of the past. They are the people that saved me from intimidation that time. They have graduated now. Even those in 100 level and 200 level now, they might not mention those ones, but they've heard of their name. Ambassador Solomon Richard, when you hear Solomon Richard, and Adedola Kudus Kokoka. You see those 2 guys at that time, it was as if they are like my angels that time, because these people that are intimidating you are following your footsteps. They are monitoring your movements. They will tell you that you went to Okegbala today to go and campaign, abi. So I had to, like, okay, at that point I didn't know why I was being intimidated actually. So I had to sit down and I asked these 2 people that I mentioned their name, that why do you think they are intimidating me? It was like, let me tell you something. This election, you hold the key to it, in that you are very valuable to it. People don't intimidate people that are not, they will not even look at your side if you don't have anything to offer. So it was one of the main points of the campaign that I want to stop intimidation. Last year, as the election happened last year election, I could see some people writing nonsense on their status. They are sending something to me. I had to tell them, if you face what we went through, yes, if you pass through 20% of what I passed through in 200 nílé kọ̀ọ̀kan sórí status ẹ̀. I would see, I'm very good in that thing. I can write. So if I write something like this, and if you read it, wà fọ́. But at that time, I could not. Wọlé Ṣóyínká cannot even come and meet me to write that time.
Okay.
Yes, for you, because it's only when you have peace of mind that you'll be able to write something. You will see that, they say you did this one, you did that one. You see those people, let me tell you one pattern. I want to say it's not even for the sake of, it's for the sake of people that are coming behind us. In the sake of this is how this thing works. people that you are really on good terms with, you are in good terms, you guys would have been together maybe a day before, 2 days before, you break bread with them, you do something to them, and you just wake up one day and say, you are looking at me, the way you are looking at me, you are looking at me in such a very aggressive manner, and I will deal with you. Just know that you are against their interest in a place, so, and they are looking for a way to deal with you. They will tell you that, we will deal with you in this school. They dealt with me, let me know, like, yes, but I survived. That was what brought it. I remember the day that Elias won, that night, Elias started shouting, you are now the Jagaban, because I survived. Yes.
There's this phrase that went about, was it last year? So last year that it became really popular on this camp.
Okay.
Godfatherism. Godfather. This person is my godfather. I don't have a godfather. I have a godfather. There were a lot of things going on. Like the election was around 2 years
What's the name of the person? They are contested against Elias.
Okay, that's the one.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, I can't remember his name. That's why.
So I'm sorry.
Are you talking about this last election?
No, he said
No, not
Elias' opponent.
Yeah. There were a lot of
When I beat
things
people in the election, I don't remember their name again.
Okay. So there was this issue of godfatherism. I was hearing a lot of things. Yeah, I was not causing video, right? But I was not hearing from two different sides. This person has godfather, this person don't have godfather, this person has influence over it, this person has influence over it. So what's for this person? Because this person has influence. What do you think? Are you a godfather to anybody? Next time, are you a godfather to
I'm
anybody?
not a godfather to anybody.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, people are looking at you like godfather like a bar.
Well, let me tell you something. I said it the other time.
Well, to be fair, I think it's a good father.
Actually, I think
I'm
so.
not
You are a good father.
Wait, calm down. Let me tell you what godfatherism is. And what godfatherism is. You see, godfatherism, people have played with this word too much. People just use words and they throw words around. Godfatherism was what we fought against when I was in 300 left. A godfather will not allow you to do what you want to do simply because it will affect his or her interest. Me, I can categorically say it that I've never gone to meet anybody and say, if you don't support this person, I will deal with you. If you don't support, that is what godfatherism is.
I don't think what I think is that those ones they fought against bad godfathers. You were a good godfather, that's what it is. Because to be fair, we can't deny the fact that in politics there's godfatherism. You fought against bad godfather. I remember when you were fighting against bad godfather, you were crying about there was one time that you really got my phone is there, I'll show you.
Don't show it.
2 years ago, I caught him on that whole stairs inside TV, he was doing like this. How did I prove pushing it? When he explained everything to me. But now, that's why we say, if they call him a leader now, right? If they call him a leader too, both of them are going to say they are leaders because they've changed the trajectory. For example, let me take Limnia now. When last semester, there was one time I went to science school. I saw him taking 100 really good method. He was taking them in good method. If anybody has any academic issue, they will go and meet him. For example, now if it comes to election period now, they will tag him as the godfather because like he has some sort of influence. So like I'm saying, those during those times it was always based on emotional blackmail and but now the game has changed. It's now more of he's actually competent, he's capable and all of that. So I don't feel like he's not a godfather. He's a godfather.
Wait.
He's just a good godfather.
I have two things to say regarding that. In that he said someone that has influence over you. I think it is about that. Even among colleagues, you have godfather. In my class, I have godfathers too like that. If it's people that have influence over you, yes, Mohammed, yes, Lloyd, God. How do you know? I was about to mention him. Proper godfather. See, in our house, in so that is our godfather. Everybody godfather in our house.
It's about people that has influence over you. If it's actually that's the definition of godfather, I would say Lloyd.
Godfather.
Yes, well, and Tayo too.
Before you go on, I want when we are talking.
I'm Mohammed.
I don't want to go.
Mohammed.
I don't want to go academical.
Yes.
But when we are talking, there's something called no-cito access. So when you are talking, you talk in the context of which we are talking. So if you want to take my word out of context, that okay, if it's somebody that has influence in the Godfather, no, you are already inserting it. If you take it in the context in which,
Well, in the context in political terrain, I also have people at the same. Because you cannot be a leader without having to be in the situation. There was a time that I was last election. I vowed that I was going to participate for business best known to me.
to be fair, you say that in every year.
I said I was not going to wait, let me tell you something. I wasn't going to participate. But when the propaganda of Eureka list came outside, and people have already tagged me to a particular candidate. So I had no choice than to come outside and support that person and trust. So now, let me tell you that part of the people that influenced me at that time that I listened to was Loudership. There was a point that there was, yes. No, it's not even about, let me tell you something, it's not about class. It's not about class. Maybe you are a senior colleague or you are a junior colleague. As a leader, you have to listen to everybody around you if you want to go far. Maybe that's why I've never lost the election. I listen to everybody. I don't see an opinion as irrelevant. I consider everybody's opinion. I told you that and I see, let me explain something to you. This particular boy, they are tagging it to you. If he loses, you will be at the receiving end. There's no way you'll be able to justify it that I was neutral now, I wasn't clinical. So I think 2 days to the election, I have to sit down, bring out all my arsenals again. We draft, we arrange, went to meeting, that's why the margin was really a little bit new. If I started from the beginning, I want to be now. A lot.
And I think I have to.
Confidence.
I think I have to come in.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I believe that there is difference between Godfather, stakeholder, and mentor. For every organization, there must probably be some people that say, that part. Cannot just be a leader you come from nowhere. I want to contest. I want to say the last election I went for, that was last year, December, Law of National Students Association. I've never been part of this association before. But while making my consultation, I have to reach out to a lot of leaders. When I reach out to them, does not portray them as as a godfather. That is the process through which to enter into a poll will be different from that of when it gets there. I can confidently say since I get there, some of them have dictated. So that is what I believe in is a mentor or a stakeholder will always be a ladder once he gets there. But the godfather, he will be a ladder, but when he gets there, he will dictate and will be behind the curtain controlling the administration.
I understand. Let me tell you something. Regarding what you said, you cannot just come outside from nowhere.
Yes.
I think that's if you have to look at it from political terrain, people say that I should talk only on political terrain. Yes. If I have to talk about the political terrain, we have people that have contested in multiple elections and have lost. Like now, in London level, I have someone that ran for, when I was on the level, someone that ran for 8 years. LS House, assistant class tech, and lost the entire thing. Why?
Why?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You have to bring out the point. Now, I have someone also that contested for that's been running unopposed all his life. And the only time they had an opponent, this person has an opponent, this person lost vote. You cannot call those ones in that. I have someone that contested unopposed, and that's the highest number of points ever recorded in this school. These people, they still contested in another election cycle and you lost. Same person brought out a candidate, they lost. And same person still brought another person and they still lost. Perseverance for losing.
Okay.
So now let me tell you, these people, when you say leader, somebody that cannot even wait for himself, how do you call such a person a leader and a godfather? If those persons ever maybe through trick or one way or the other, they get into the corridor of power. Are they going to be good godfather or bad godfather? Are they going to be good godfather? Because they are going to be bad godfather. Because let me tell you why. The reason is that they don't have the political value
to win in a free, fair, and credible election. So they will be looking for, they are the ones that will employ the use of intimidation, threats, intimidating people, because they cannot win in a free contest. And these people that we are talking about, that they contested in elections, they lost, they don't have any political value. Well, these people are, they are people that, in one way or the other, when we may see like, okay, upcoming politicians, upcoming student politicians, we have put them in positions, we help them to win. So when the people come outside and say Jagaban is not relevant, ask them that the post that got them to that, the little relevance that they have, how did they win? Since Jagaban is no longer with them, have they won any election? That is to tell you relevance, what relevance influence means. The bad godfathers are the ones that cannot win election in a free, fair, but they cannot win in a credible contest. It's not possible. I can say this camera, this camera. I never go to anybody and say, if you don't vote for this person, this is all you are. It's not possible. I am for election is about strategy, calculation. So that you get permutation right, you can start boosting both ways.